by me. Obviously, I used Rodgers and Hammerstein's amazing, vast array of songs that they have created, but I built this show and I wrote the little things you're going to hear, other than one of them. One of them was written by an actual author who has actually published things, and she's fantastic, and she's in our show. And sometimes when people, create something like that, they give platitudes and they say, oh, I couldn't have done it without my team, but really they're just like, I did this. I'm not that person, I promise. For anybody who knows me, that's not me. I'm all about teamwork, and when I tell you I could not have made this show without each person that you're about to see perform this on the stage. These are not empty platitudes. These are genuine facts. When I met this group of people, we had a different show in mind to do. And when that didn't work out, we came together as a team and we created what you're about to see. This show could not have been assembled without them being the inspiration behind those pieces. And so I just want to give them a huge thank you. And I just want to let you know what kind of work and effort they put in and what kind of performers they really are. They're the kind that inspire new things. And I think that in the art world, that's a really important thing to share, especially when we look backwards and we see things from the past and we celebrate those things, but in a new way. So I'm really, really excited and blessed to share with you this evening this amazing show that these amazing performers have put on. Thank you for coming to Some Enchanted Evening.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain, where the waving wheat can sure smell sweet, and the wind comes right behind the rain. And one shall hop, making lazy circles in the sky. We know we belong to the land, and the land we belong to is grand. And when we say, yo, yo, yeah, you know they're saying, you're doing fine, Oklahoma, Oklahoma, okay. When I take you out in the Surrey, when I take you out in the Surrey with the fringe on top.
And we will watch that fringe and see how it flutters when you drive them high stepping strutters. Nosy pokes will peek through the shutters and their eyes will pop.
The wheels are yellow, the upholstery is brown, the dashboard's genuine leather. With isinglass curtains you can roll right down in case there's a change in the weather.
Two right side lights
blinking and blinking, ain't no finer rig I'm thinking. You can keep your rig if you're thinking a year to swap for that shiny little Surrey with the fringe on the top. Clip, clop. Got to Kansas City on a Friday. By Saturday I'd learned a thing or two, 'cause up to then I didn't have an idea of what this modern world was coming to. I counted 20 gas buggies going by themselves almost every time I took a walk. And then I put my ear to a bell telephone, and a strange woman started in to talk. What next?
Yeah, what?
What next? Everything's up to date in Kansas City. They've gone about as far as they can go. They went and built a skyscraper 7 stories high, about as high as a building ought to go. Everything's like a dream in Kansas City. It's better than a magic lantern show. You can turn the radiator on whenever you want. want some heat. With every kind of comfort, every house is all complete. You can walk to the privy in the rain and never wet your feet. They've gone about as far as they can go.
Yes, sir.
They've gone about as far as they can go.
I'm just a girl who can't say no. I'm in a terrible fix. I always say, come on, let's go. Just when I ought to say nix. When a fella tries to kiss a girl, I know she ought to give his face a smack. But as soon as someone kisses me, I somehow sort of want to kiss them back. I'm just a fool when lights are low. I can be prissy and quaint. I ain't the type that can face. How can I be what I ain't? I can't say no. I'm just a girl who can't say no. Can't seem to say it at all. I hate to disappoint a beau when he is paying a call. For a while I act refined and cool. I say not about the teens and tea, but I think of that old golden rule and do for him what he would do for me. I can't resist a Romeo in a sombrero and chaps. Soon as I sit on their laps, something inside of me snaps. I can't say no.
I'm sweeping down the plain with the waving wheat and sure smells sweet, and the wind comes right behind the rain. Oh, every night we sit alone and talk and watch a hawk making lazy circles in the sky. We know we belong to the land, and the land we belong to is grand. And when we say, yo, yo, yeah, we're only saying you're doing fine, Oklahoma, Oklahoma, O-K-L-A-H-O-M-A, Oklahoma, yeah!
Composer Richard Rodgers and lyricist Oscar Hammerstein II were each successful in their own rights before collaborating on their first show, Oklahoma, which opened in 1943 while America was in the midst of the Second World War. The story is based on Lynn Rigg's 1931 play, Green Grow the Lilacs, and highlights life on the frontier during the land rush at the turn of the century. For the first time in the history of the American musical, lyrics, music, and choreography work together to propel the story forward. Laurie and Curly's Will They, Won't They story drives the plot of the show. Even when love begins to chip away at their pride, the vestige of Laurie's second suitor, Judd Fry, looms in the background, adding an element of dark foreboding. Ado Annie, Will Parker, and Ali Hakim's love triangle ensures the show always has a laugh around the corner. Audiences immediately fell in love with the whole kit and caboodle. Oklahoma ran for 2,212 performances, won a Pulitzer, Tony, Olivier, and a Tony again, the 2019 revival.
Why should a woman who is healthy and strong love her like a baby if her man goes away, weeping and wailing that he's done her wrong? That's one thing you'll never hear me say. Never gonna think that the man I lose is the only man among men. I'll snap my fingers to show I don't care. I'll buy me a brand new dress to
comes at a price. As Billy Bigelow and Julie Jordan find out in Carousel, an adaptation of Fermac Molnar's 1909 play, Lilion. The musical was the second collaboration between the dynamic duo of the Golden Age of Broadway. Set on the coastline of Maine, mill worker Julie dances with Carousel barker Billy. However, they're both fired from their jobs due to the jealousy of the other characters over their budding relationship. Once they're together, trouble increases until Julie tells Billy she's pregnant. They go off to the clam bake, but it's really an alibi for the robbery that Billy and his sailor friends are planning. The robbery goes south, and Billy ends up stabbing himself with a knife. Upon his death, the rest of the play revolves around his repentance and working to make amends from the spiritual realm. He's able to meet his daughter, and he has a hand in helping her find her peace and purpose. Rodgers much later revealed that Carousel was his favorite of all their collaborations. Audiences and critics also had favorable feelings about the show, giving it an initial 890-show run and several revivals. The 1994 Broadway return won the show its Tony.
People who live on land are hard to understand. When you're looking for fun, they clap you into jail. So I'm shipping off to sea, where life is gay and free, and a fella can flip a hiccup with the hook of a whale.
Blow high, blow low, a whaling we will go. We'll go a whaling, a sailing away. Away we'll go, blow me high and low. For many and many a long, long day. For many and many a long, long day.
It's wonderful just to feel your hands upon a wheel and listen to wind whistling in the sail.
Or climb aloft and be the very first to see a chrysanthemum spout jump out of the snout of a whale. Blow high, blow low, a whaling we will go. We'll go a whaling, sailing away. Away we'll go, blow me high and low. For many and many a long, long day. For many and many a long, long day.
I wonder what he'll think of me. I guess he'll call me the old man. I bet he'll think I can lick every other fella's father. Well, I can. I bet that he'll turn out to be the spitting image of his dad. But he'll have more common sense than his puddin'-headed father ever had. Bill. My boy Bill, I will see that he's named after me. I will. My boy Bill, he'll be tall and as tough as a tree. Will Bill, like a tree, he'll grow with his head held high and his feet planted firm on the ground. And you won't see nobody dare to try to boss him or toss him around. No flat-footed, baggy-eyed bully will boss him around. I don't give a darn what he does, as long as he does what he likes. He can sit on his tail or hammer a rail with a hammer, hammering spikes. He might be the champ of the heavyweights, or a feller that sells you glue, or president of the United States. That would be all right, too. No flat-footed, baggy-eyed, big-bellied bully will boss him or toss him around. Say, why am I going on like this? My kid ain't even been born yet. I can see him when he's 17 or so, and starting in to go with a girl. I could give him lots of pointers, very sound, on the way to get round any girl. I can tell him. Wait a minute. Could it be? What? What if he is a girl? Ah, Bill! You can't have fun with a son, but you've got to be a father to a girl. My little girl, pink and white as peaches and cream is she. My little girl is half again as bright as girls are meant to be. Dozens of boys pursue her, many a likely lad does what he can to woo her from her faithful dad. She has a few pink and white young fellers of 2 or 3, but my little girl gets hungry every night when she comes home to me. My little girl. My little girl! I've gotta get ready before she comes. I've gotta make certain that she won't be dragged up in slums with a lot of bums like me. She's gotta be sheltered and fed and dressed and the best that money can buy. I never knew how to make money, but I'll try, by God, I'll try. I'll go out and make it, or steal it, or take it, or die.
What's the use of wondering if he's good or if he's bad, or if you like the way he wears his hat? Oh, what's the use of wondering if he's good or if he's bad? He's your fella and you love him. That's all there is to that. Common sense may tell you that the ending will be sad, and now's the time to break and run away. But what's the use of wondering if the ending will be sad? He's your fella and you love him. There's nothing more to say. Something made him the way that he is, whether he's false or true, and something gave him the things that are his. One of those things is you. So when he wants your kisses, you give them to the lad, and anywhere he leads you, you will walk, and any time he needs you, you go running there like mad. You're his girl, and he's your fellow, and all the rest is talk.
This was a real nice clam bake. We're mighty glad we came. The victuals we ate were good, you bet. The company was the same. Our hearts are warm, our bellies are full, and we are feeling pride. This was a real nice clam bake, and we all had a real
them red hot lobsters out of the driftwood fire. They sizzled and crackled and sputtered a song fit for an angel's choir.
Fit for an angel's, fit for an angel's, fit for an angel's choir. We slid them down the back and covered them good, and doused them with melted butter. And then we tore away the claws and we cracked them with our teeth, because we weren't in the mood to putter. Fit for an angel's, fit for an angel's, fit for an angel's choir.
Then at last come the clams, steamed under rockweed and popping from their shells. Just how many of them galloped down our gullets? We couldn't say ourselves. Oh, this was a real nice clam bake. We're mighty glad we came. The victuals we ate were good, you bet. The company was the same. Our hearts are warm, our bellies are full, and we are feeling prime. This was a real nice clam bake, and we all had a real good time. We'll set it afore and we'll say it again. We all had a real good time.
Published in 1947, Allegro tells the story of Joseph Taylor Jr., a man who became a doctor like his father, but decided to leave the quiet country practice to seek a larger fortune in a big hospital in the city. Hammerstein wanted to create a more serious work that juxtaposed the average working man to a fast-paced modern world. However, audiences did not connect to the third collaboration as much as the first two, and commercially Allegro was not a success. Only running for 9 months on Broadway with no West End productions or professional revivals. There are only 2 recordings of the production, the original cast and a studio recording done in 2009. Although not a commercial success, the music of Allegro still showcases the brilliance of composer and lyricist alike, and fulfill the dream of the latter. So, it is still a valuable piece in their repertoire.
Money isn't everything. What can money buy? An automobile so you won't get wet. Champagne so you won't get dry. Money isn't everything. What have rich folks got? A Florida home so you won't get cold. A yacht so you won't get hot. An orchid or two so you won't feel blue if you have to go out at night. And maybe a jar of caviar so your appetite won't be light. Oil tycoon and cattle king, radio troubadour, Beatles will fun that their fortunes bring and tell you that they are sure. Money isn't everything. Money isn't everything. Money isn't everything unless you're very poor.
A fella needs a girl to sit by his side at the end of a weary day. To sit by his side and listen to him talk and agree with the things he'll say. A fella needs a girl to hold in his arms when the rest of his world goes wrong, to hold in his arms and know that she believes that her fella is wise and strong. When things go right and his job's well done, he wants to share the prize he's won. But if no one shares and no one cares, what's the fun in a job well done? Or the prize you've won? A fella needs a home, his own kind of home, but to make that dream come true, a fella needs a girl, his own kind of girl. My kind of girl is you. My kind of girl is you.
Boss gets on my nerves. I've got a good mind to quit. I've taken all I can. I gotta get out and get and move to another job or maybe another town. The gentleman burns me up. The gentleman gets me down. The gentleman is a dope, a man of many faults, a clumsy Joe who wouldn't know a rumba from a waltz. The gentleman is a dope and not my cup of tea. Why do I get in a dither? He doesn't belong to me. The gentleman isn't bright. He doesn't know the score. A cake will come, he'll take a crumb and never ask for more. The gentleman's eyes are blue, but little do they see. Why am I beating my brains out? He doesn't belong to me. He's somebody else's problem. She's welcome to the guy. She'll never understand him half as well as I. The gentleman is a dope. He isn't very bright. He's just a log you'd like to hug and hold against your heart. The gentleman doesn't know how happy he could be. Look at me crying my eyes out. He doesn't belong to me. He'll never belong to me. Taxi! The gentleman is a dope. Taxi! The gentleman is a dope. Never mind. I'll walk. Broccoli
hogwash, balderdash, phony baloney,
Tripe and trash.
Busy, busy, I'm busy as a bee. I start the day at 1:30. When I'm finished moaning, it's time to dress for tea. Nothing I have to do gets done.
the deep thinking gentlemen and ladies who keep a metropolis alive, drink cocktails and knocktails every afternoon at 5. Yada 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 yada.
Broccoli,
Hogwash, balderdash, phony baloney, tripe and trash. Goodness knows where the years have gone. The years of life are quickly gone, and the talk goes on and on and on and on and on. The prattle and the tattle, the gab and the gush, the chatter and the patter and the twaddle and the tush goes on and on and on and on and on.
The fourth Rodgers and Hammerstein collaboration started as a film which was adapted from a novel of the same name written by Bill Strong. In 1945, Rodgers and Hammerstein remade the film as a musical. Although it wasn't adapted for the stage until 1996, State Fair takes its place early in chronological order with the beloved film version. It even featured songs that appeared in other Rodgers and Hammerstein collaborations, including Pipe Dream, Me and Juliet, and Allegro. The Frey family has high expectations to win the coveted prizes from the Iowa State Fair. Although the antagonist, Dave Miller, is skeptical, Wayne Frake is struck with heartbreak when he finds out his girlfriend was accepted into college and will miss the fair, and his attempt to win the Midway Game prizes. He rebounds quickly, however, when he bumps into a mysterious beauty at the fair. Pigs, drinks, and mincemeat, and love abound in this romp of a fun time at Iowa, our state fair. Our state fair is a great state fair. Don't miss it, don't even be late. It's dollars to donuts at our state fair. It's the best state fair in our state.
Our state fair is a great state fair. Don't miss it, don't even be late. It's dollars to donuts at our state fair. It's the best state fair in our state.
Our state fair is a great state fair. Don't miss it, don't even be late. It's dollars to donuts at our state fair. It's the best state fair in our state.
The things I used to like, I don't like anymore. I want a lot of other things. fever. But I know it isn't spring. I am starry-eyed and vaguely discontented, like a nightingale without a song to sing. Oh, why should I have spring fever when it isn't even spring? I keep wishing I were somewhere else, walking down a strange new street, hearing words that I have never heard from a man I've yet to meet. I'm as busy as a spider spinning daydreams. I'm as giddy as a baby on a swing. I haven't seen a crocus or a rosebud or a robin on the wing, but I feel so gay in a melancholy way that it might as well be spring. It might as well be spring.
It's a grand night for singing. The moon is flying high, and somewhere a bird who is bound he'll be heard is throwing his heart at the sky.
It's a grand night for singing. The stars are bright above. The earth is below, and to add to the show, I think I am falling in love. Falling in love.
It's a grand night for singing. The stars are bright above. The earth is aglow, and to add to the show, I think I am falling in love. Falling, falling in love. Maybe it's more than the moon. Maybe it's more than the birds. Maybe it's more than the sight of the night in a light too lovely for words.
Maybe it's more than the earth, shiny and silvery blue. Maybe the reason I'm feeling this way has something to do with you.
It's a grand night for singing. The moon is flying high, and somewhere a bird who is bound he'll be heard is throwing
I'll stand on my flat little feet and say, love is a grand and beautiful thing. I'm not ashamed to reveal the world's famous feeling I feel. I'm as corny as Kansas in August. I'm as normal as blueberry pie.
No more a smart little girl with no heart. I have found me a wonderful guy.
I am in a conventional dinner with a conventional star in my eye. And you will note there's a lump in my throat when I speak of that wonderful guy.
I'm as tried and as gay as a daisy, and may a cliche coming true.
I'm romantic and bright as a moon, happy night, pouring light on the dew.
I'm as corny as Kansas in August, high as a flag on the 4th of July. If you'll excuse an expression I use, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love with a wonderful guy. Rodgers and Hammerstein's 5th collaboration opened up on Broadway in 1949. South Pacific was based on a collection of short stories by James Michener. It was embraced by audiences and was awarded numerous accolades, including 10 Tony Awards, a Grammy, and a Pulitzer Prize. South Pacific held the record for second longest running show on Broadway, right behind another Rodgers and Hammerstein classic, Oklahoma. Mary Martin originated the role of Nellie Forbush, the female protagonist of South Pacific. She played opposite Zio Pinza, and after a subsequent movie adaptation and several revivals throughout the years, South Pacific still holds its spot as one of the most popular and beloved of all of the Rodgers and Hammerstein's collaborations.
Wonder how I feel, living on a hillside, looking on an ocean, beautiful and still.
This is what I need. This is what I long for. Someone young and smiling, climbing up my hill.
We are not alike. Probably I bore him. He's a cultured Frenchman. I'm a little hick.
Younger man than I, officers and doctors probably pursue her. She can have her.
Wonder why I feel jiffy and jumpy. I am like a schoolgirl waiting for a dance.
Can I ask her now? I'm like a schoolboy. What will be her answer? Do I have a chance?
When the sky is a bright canary yellow, I forget every cloud I've ever seen. So they call me a cockeyed optimist, immature and incurably green. I have heard people rant and rave and bellow that we're done and we might as well be dead. But I'm only a cockeyed optimist, and I can't get it into my head. They say the human race is falling on its face and hasn't very far to go. But every whippoorwill is selling me a bill and telling me it just ain't so. I could say life was just a bowl of jello and appear more intelligent
got moonlight in the sea. We got mangoes and bananas we can pick right off a tree.
We got volleyball and ping pong and a lot of dandy games. What ain't we got? We ain't got names.
We get packages from home, we get movies, we get shows.
We get speeches from our skipper and advice from Tokyo Rose.
We get letters doused in perfume and get dizzy from the smell. What don't we get? You know darn well. There is nothing built the same. Nothing in the world
Has a something wavy frame,
like the silhouette of a dame.
So suppose a day made bright or completely free from flaws.
or as faithful as a bird dog, or as kind as Santa Claus.
It's a waste of time to worry over things that they have not. Be thankful for the things they've got. There is nothing like a dame, nothing in the world. There is nothing you can name that is anything like a dame.
There are no books like a dame.
And nothing looks like a dame.
There are no drinks like a dame, and nothing thinks like a dame, and nothing acts like a dame, or attracts like a dame. There ain't a thing that's wrong with any man here that can't be cured by putting him near a girly, womanly, female, feminine game.
Hi, hello.
I can't believe it. Typical man. You know what I'd like to do? What? I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair.
I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair.
And send him on his way. I'm gonna wave that man right out of my arms.
I'm gonna wave that man right out of my arms.
I'm gonna wave that man right out of my arms. And send him on his way. Don't try to patch it up, tear it up, wash him out, dry him out, push him out, fly him out, cancel him, and let him go. Yeah, sister, I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair and send him on his way. She went and washed that man right out of her hair. She went and washed that man right out of her hair. She went and washed that man right out of her hair and sent
enchanted evening, you may see a stranger. You may see a stranger across a crowded room, and somehow you'll know even then, that somewhere you'll see them again and again.
Some enchanted evening, you may hear them laughing. You may hear them laughing across a crowded room, and night after night, as strange as it seems, the sound of their laughter will sing in your dreams.
Who can explain it? Who can tell you why?
Fools give you reasons wise and never try.
Some enchanted evening, when you find your true love, when you hear them call you across a crowded room, then fly to their side and make them your own. All through your life you may dream all alone. Once you have found them, never let them go. Once you have found them, never let them go.
It's a very ancient saying, but a true and honest thought, that if you become a teacher, by your pupils you'll be taught. As a teacher, I've been learning to forgive me if I boast. I've now become an expert on the subject I like most. Getting to know you.
That's right.
Getting to know you, getting to know all about you, getting to like you
understanding that this kind of thing can happen. Shall we dance? Shall we dance? Shall we dance?
One of Rodgers and Hammerstein's most successful collaborations was the adaptation of a book, which was the adaptation of a memoir by the widow Anna Owens, a British subject who was hired to teach the King of Siam's many wives and children. While historically inaccurate, the story still captivates audiences as Anna and the King's relationship changes from monarch and subordinate to trusted friends with just a hint of romance. Premiering in 1950, The King and I was the most expensive of Rodgers and Hammerstein's musicals to that point, over $2 million at today's rates. The King and I was the longest running musical at the time. Broadway revivals of The King and I have also won Tonys, proving that its story, lyrics, and music continue to resonate with audiences. When I think of Tom, I think about a night when the earth smelled of summer and the sky was flecked with white. The soft mist of England was sleeping on a hill. I remember this, and I always will. There are new lovers now on that same silent hill, looking at the same blue sea. And I know Tom and I are a part of them all, and they're all a part of Tom and me. Hello, young lovers, whoever you are, I hope your troubles are few. All my good wishes go with you tonight. I've been in love like you. Be brave, young lovers, and follow your star. Be brave and faithful and true. Cling very close to each other tonight. I've been in love like you. I know how it feels to have wings on your heels and to fly down the street in a trance. You fly down the street on the chance that you meet, not really by chance. Don't cry, young lovers, whatever you do. Don't cry because I'm alone. All of my memories are happy tonight. I've had a love of my own. I've had a love of my own, like yours. I've had a love of Your servant? Indeed, I'm not your servant, although you give me less than servants pay. I'm a free and independent employee. Because I'm a woman, you think like every woman, I have to be a slave or concubine. You conceited, self-indulgent, libertine. Oh, how I wish I'd called him that right to his face. Libertine. And while we're on the subject side, there are certain goings-on around this place that I have to tell you I do not admire. I do not like polygamy or even moderate bigamy, I realize that in your eyes that clearly makes a progamy, but I'm from a civilized land called Wales, where men like you are kept in county jails. In your pursuit of pleasure, you have mistresses who treasure you. They have no ken of other men beside whom they can measure you. A flock of sheep and you the only ram. No wonder you're the wonder of Siam. Well, I'm rather glad I didn't say that. Not with the women there. And the children. The children, I'll not forget the children. No matter where I go, I'll always see those little faces looking up at me. Your Majesty, should I tell you what I think of you? You're spoiled. You're a conscientious worker, but you're spoiled. Giving credit where it's due, there's much I like in you, but it's also very true that you're spoiled. Everybody's always bowing to the king. Everybody has to grovel to the king. By your Buddha you are blessed, by your ladies you're caressed, but the one who loves you best is the king. All that bowing and kowtowing to remind you of your royalty I find a most disgusting exhibition. I wouldn't ask a Siamese cat to demonstrate his loyalty by taking that ridiculous position. How would you like it if you were a man playing the part of a toad, crawling about on your elbows and knees and eating the dust of the road? Toads! Toads! All of your people are toads. Yes, Your Majesty. No, Your Majesty. Tell us how low to go, Your Majesty. Make some more decrees, Your Majesty. Don't let us up off our knees, Your Majesty. Give us a kick if you please, Your Majesty. Give us a kick if you would, Your Majesty. Oh, that was good, Your Majesty.
The six-stage collaboration between Rodgers and Hammerstein was a modest success, running for a year on Broadway and 500 shows in Chicago. Me and Juliet tells the story of the cast and crew shenanigans that occur backstage during a long-running Broadway show. And of course, a budding romance is the core of the story. Larry, the assistant stage manager, goes behind his fellow crew members' back to woo his girlfriend, Jeannie, the chorus girl. This time it was Richard Rodgers who had a passion project, writing a music called Comedy that highlights the experiences of the cast and crew behind the scenes. Hammerstein wasn't convinced, but he agreed to write it, and together they conceptualized a show that allowed the audience to see action both backstage and on the stage. This required a complex machine to be built, which caused considerable challenges. Critics were skeptical and felt the subject matter trivial, which reflected Hammerstein's concerns from the beginning. Although it wasn't a commercial success, the show ended its run in the black, and Rodgers and Hammerstein walk away with a sizable profit in each of their pockets.
You're a girl from Chicago with a show on the road. Not a soul in New Haven you can say you know. You wish you were a mile or two from Michigan Lake, home with their mother and a T-bone steak. Then along comes a fella with a smile like a kid, and he gets your attention with a timely bit. He says he knows a bistro where they give you a break on French fried potatoes and a T-bone steak. You were shy and uncertain, but he pleads and you yield, and you don't have an inkling that your sight and sealed by merely telling someone that you care to partake in French fried potatoes and a T-bone steak. That's the way it happens. That's the way it happens.
Rodgers and Hammerstein musical, Pipe Dream, was based on the novellas written by John Steinbeck and opened on Broadway in 1955. Set on the coast of Monterey in California after World War II, it tells the story of a romance between a marine biologist, Doc, and Susie, who's a working girl. Rodgers was tragically diagnosed with cancer just before the start of rehearsals, and Hammerstein was left to steer the ship. Despite having all the right components to make a great show, the reality didn't live up to the vision, and Pipe Dream failed to capture the audience's hearts. The 2012 production by Encore gave audiences what the original production may have been lacking: a powerhouse lead female in Leslie Uggams. Her portrayal of Fauna, the house madam, captured the essence of the original complex character written by Rodgers and Hammerstein. And if you've ever heard any of the music, it was likely from this live recording. What a joke of a day was Wednesday. By the time I got to sleep, all the interest in life that I had left, I'd have sold for awful cheap. But I opened my eyes this morning, and I knew by every sign that whatever I wanted to do today would be sure to turn out fine. When the sun came in my window and it crept in bed with me, I knew that this would be a sweet Thursday. When the wind got confidential and it whispered to a tree, I knew that this would be a sweet Thursday. My head was up in the clouds, my heart was flapping its wings. I looked at the sky and wanted to try to do impossible things. What a day it's been for dreaming. Now my dreams have all come true. And if the one I have for you turns out to be right, it's gonna be a sweet Thursday night for me. It's gonna be a sweet Thursday night. A good kind of confident feeling has followed me all day long. My luck is in, I play to win. I knew I couldn't go wrong. A big red geranium told me today was my day for fun. A katydid said, come on kid, you better take it and run. Clothes hanging out on the clothesline waved their tails my way, said hiya Sharon, hiya babe, ain't this a doll of a day? Yeah, ain't this a doll of a day? When the sun came in my window and it crept in bed with me, I knew that this would be a sweet Thursday. When the wind got confidential and it whispered through a tree, I knew that this would be a sweet Thursday. My head was up in the clouds, my heart was flapping its wings. I looked at the sky and wanted to try to do impossible things. What a day it's been for dreaming. Now my dreams have all come true. And if the one I have for you turns out to be right, it's gonna be a sweet Thursday night for me. It's gonna be a sweet Thursday night.
Oh, there never was a party like the party that we're gonna have tomorrow night. What be rowdy, loud, and hearty till the sun gets bright.
Oh, there never was a clamming we recall. Am I right? Or a ruckus, or a ruckus, or a ball. Like the party that we're gonna have tomorrow night. The best damn party of all. You never ate such beautiful spaghetti. The boys have never thrown so much confetti. The girls have never looked so come and getty as the girls are gonna look tomorrow night.
Before the party reaches its conclusion, there may be an occasional confusion, a casual abrasion or contusion.
What?
There'll be lots of busted heads tomorrow night.
No!
Oh, there never was a party like the party that we're gonna have tomorrow night. What a sweetheart of a party, we'll be drinking on the party till the sun gets bright. By the time we get to climbing up the wall, got a feeling that the ceiling's gonna fall. At the party that we're gonna have tomorrow night, the best damn party of all.
In 1957, Rodgers and Hammerstein wrote a musical for television based on a famous and beloved children's classic story. Cinderella aired on CBS with Julie Andrews playing the title role, and it was watched by more than 100 million people. There were two remakes of the made-for-television version, one in 1967 and again in 1997. The stage version opened on Broadway in 2013. Cinderella is at the mercy of her cruel stepmother and stepsisters after the death of her father. She is forced into servitude, but grows in grace and beauty. Full of life and love, she longs to find her place surrounded by people who reciprocate the love and the goodness she is ready to give.
The sweetest sounds I'll ever hear are still inside my head. The kindest words I'll ever know are waiting to be said. The most entrancing sight of all is yet for me to see, and the dearest love in all the world is waiting somewhere for me. Is waiting somewhere for me.
Did you hear the trumpets? It's something special announcement. I don't know what I don't know. Say somebody will come out and tell us really
His Royal Highness Christopher Rupert, Windermere, Vladimir, Carl Alexander, Francois Reginald Lancelot Herman, Gregory James, is giving a ball.
The prince is giving a ball.
His Royal Highness Christopher Rupert, son of Her Majesty Queen Constantina, Charlotte Abentrude, what is it, Maisie? Maisie? Margarita is giving a ball.
The prince is giving a ball. The prince is giving a ball.
The Prince is giving a ball.
His Royal Highness
200 orchids, 400 poppies, 600 roses, 800 lilies,
Christopher Rupert,
1,000 oranges, 2,000 plums,
Windermere, Vladimir, Carl Alexander,
raspberry, blueberry, strawberry, gooseberry, Francois Reginald malevolent permanent son of Her Majesty Queen of the Theatre, Charlotte, Charlotte, Maisie, son of His Caviar King Maximilian, Alfred Russell, Evil, Sydney!
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 It's giving a
Prince is giving a ball!
I'm as mild and as meek as a mouse. When I hear a command, I obey. But I know of a spot in my house where no one can stand in my way. In my own little corner, in my own little chair, I can be whatever I want to be. On the wing of my fancy, I can fly anywhere, and the world will open its arms to me. I'm a young Norwegian princess or a milkmaid. I'm the greatest prima donna in Milan. I'm an heiress who has always had her silk made by her own flock of silkworms in Japan. I'm a girl and go mad for love's a game I can play with a cool and confident kind of air. Just as long as I stay in my own little corner, all alone in my own little chair. I can be whatever I want to be. I'm a thief in Calcutta. I'm a queen in Peru. I'm a mermaid dancing upon the sea. I'm a huntress on an African safari. It's a dangerous type of sport, and yet it's fun. In the night I sally forth to seek my quarry. Then I find I forgot to bring my gun. I am lost in the jungle, all alone and unarmed, when I meet a lioness in her lair. And I'm glad to be back in my own little corner, all alone in my own little chair.
Why would a fellow want a girl like her, a frail and fluffy beauty? Why can't a fellow ever once prefer a solid girl like me? She's a frothy little bubble with a flimsy kind of charm and with very little trouble. I could break her little arm. Ow! Why would a fellow want a girl like her? A girl who's obviously unusual. Why can't a fellow ever once prefer a usual girl like me? Her cheeks are a pretty shade of pink, but not any pinker than a rose's. Her skin is so delicate and soft, but not any softer than a doze's. Her neck is no wider than a swan's. She's only as dainty as a daisy. She's only as graceful as a bird. Why is that fella going crazy? Oh, why would a fella want a girl like her? A girl who's merely lonely. Why can't a
After the cruelty of her stepsisters and stepmother ruins Cinderella's hopes of going to the ball, her fairy godmother shows up to make all her dreams come true. Impossible? Nonsense. All you need is a pumpkin, some mice, and a tattered dress. And of course, a pinch of magic, and Cinderella finds herself in the arms of her love, flying across the room. However, all dreams must come to an end, and although midnight concludes the magical evening, the memories of the love and the light she found with the prince at the ball linger on in her memory, reminding us that when we hold on to hope and have faith in our dreams, the impossible is truly possible.
Tasty dish. You know you can't have a new way of living till you're living all the way on Grant Avenue. Where is that? San Francisco, that's where it's at. California, USA.
Chinese-American author C.Y. Lee wrote his novel Flower Drum Song in 1957. It was during the writing of this show that Hammerstein began to develop health issues. However, the show went on, and the Rodgers and Hammerstein's adaptation premiered on Broadway in 1958 and was made into a musical movie in 1961. This was the first musical that showcased Asian American actors, singers, and dancers. It ran for over 1,000 performances on Broadway and the West End. The 2002 revival starred Lea Salonga and ran for about 6 months. The show's central theme explores the generational conflict between old world-minded immigrants and their new world-minded children. It follows the eldest son's search for love against the backdrop of a lively nightclub and the colorful sights and sounds of Chinatown in San Francisco, California, USA.
am I for you? Wanting you, so I try too much. After you'll go, I cry too much. Love, look away. Lonely though I may seem, leave me and set me free. Look away, look away, look away from me. Wanting you, so I try too much. After you'll go, I cry too much. Love, look away. Lonely though I may be, leave me and set me free. Look away, look away, look away from me.
I'm a girl, and by me that's only great. I am proud that my silhouette is curvy, that I walk with a sweet and girlish gait, with my hips kind of swivelly and swervy.
I adore being dressed in something frilly. When my date comes to get me at my place,
Out I go with my Joe or John or Billy, like a filly who is ready for the race.
When I have a brand new hairdo, with my eyelashes all in curls, I float as a cloud on air. Do I enjoy being a girl?
when men say I'm cute and funny, and my teeth aren't teeth but pearl,
I just love it up like
Sound of Music opened up on Broadway in 1959, seeing Mary Martin back as the female lead, Maria. This was the final collaboration between Rodgers and Hammerstein, and is based on the 1949 memoir of Maria von Trapp. The story is set in Austria in 1938, where Maria is left to decide if she is ready to become a nun as she sets off to work as a governess for Captain von Trapp. The unruly children are tamed by the spirit and the love of their governess, and love buds between her and the captain as well. The beloved 1965 movie version starring Julie Andrews is arguably the most popular musical of all time, and it won an Academy Award for Best Picture. The collaboration of Rodgers and Hammerstein ended in 1960 after Hammerstein succumbed to his battle with stomach cancer. The final song that he wrote was Edelweiss, and after his death, the lights in Times Square and the West End were dimmed in memoriam. Rodgers and Hammerstein forever transformed the formula for the American musical, and their work starts and ends what is known as the golden age of Broadway.
Whiskers on kittens,
Bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things.
Green-colored ponies and crisp apple strudel,
Doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, monkeys that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Green-colored ponies and crisp and strudel, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel and noodles, monkeys that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things.
girls in white dresses with satin sashes, some laces stay on my nose and eyelashes.
Silver white winters that melt into spring. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. When I'm with her, I'm confused, out of focus and bemused, and I never know exactly where I am.
Unpredictable as weather, she's as flighty as a feather.
She's a darling.
She's a demon!
She's a lamb.
She'll out-pester any pest, drive a hornet from its nest. She can throw a whirling dervish out of the world.
She is gentle, she is kind, she's a riddle, she's a child.
She's a headache!
She's an angel.
She's a girl.
How do you solve a problem like Maria? How do you catch a cloud and pin it down? How do you find a word that needs Maria? A flirty gin, a will-o'-the-wisp, a clown. Many a thing you know you ought to tell her. Many a thing she ought to understand. But how do you make her stay and listen to all you say? How do you keep a wave upon the sand? Oh, how do you solve a problem like Maria? How do you hold the moonbeam in
must have had a miserable youth. But somewhere in my wicked, miserable past, I must have had a moment of truth. For here you are standing there loving me, whether or not you should. So somewhere in my youth or childhood, I must have done something good.
Nothing comes from nothing, nothing ever could.
So somewhere in my youth or childhood, I must have done something good.
For here you are, standing there, loving me, whether or not you should. So something in my youth or childhood, I must have done something good. Nothing comes from nothing, nothing ever could.
So somewhere in my youth
Or childhood, I must have done something, something good.
say goodnight.
I hate to go and leave this pretty sight.
So long, farewell, I'll be to say adieu.
Adieu, adieu to you and you and you.
So long, farewell, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen.
I'd like to stay and have some more champagne.